Happy New Year, everyone. Just a quick video to show you my long-range setup I just concocted, and it worked perfect. Before I assemble it, I want to show you Happy model 2000 milliwatt range amp. Works excellent. Had to get a custom jumper. You'll have to order one of them. This thing is sweet. It works perfect. It's cheap too. It's only like 45 bucks. And it's good for over a mile. I just found that out. Anyway, I was going to show you that before I put the whole thing together. I don't know the link to it or anything, but there you go. Happy model 2000 milliwatt range amplifier. Look that up, you'll find it. If it isn't popular, it ought to be. And my video receiver I'm using is this one. I'm really happy with that. And when you hook this up to here, I could no longer use this receiver because it'll interfere with it. You got to use a ground station anyway for going that far out. This is the ground station I use. That big panel and a TBS Triumph antenna. That video receiver right there is only 45 bucks. I am very happy with that. This antenna with sales tax costs 70 bucks. It costs more than the receiver. I like this purchase. I've read comments people said about how a cheap one will do anything this one will do, and I'm here to tell you, no, it won't. This left-hand panel antenna, it's a 13 dBi. Give me crystal clear video at a mile out. I've not bought any other. I've got a bunch of patch antennas. I've had none of them do that. This one will. And I rigged it to a tripod, of course. I used a 45 in there because of the size of this to kind of get it as far away as I can from the omnidirectional. That's the setup there. Now, on this quad, you got to kind of pick it up like a catfish because of that. I'm using a TBS Triumph or TBS Unify Pro HV and a TBS Triumph antenna there. And for this long range flying, I mean, I've used all kinds of props. I've never flown these except up there at the farm. I bought these, and my thinking was I'd get a longer flight time and all that. These are real stiff. These are HQ 5040 bullnose. I'm really fond of these. My go-to prop has been the Cyclones all along, but not in that open long-range stuff. These right here are way better. They're way faster top end. These have the best flight time of any of the tri-blades, so I wasn't really sure what to do. So I give these a try, and I flew around them a couple days, and I'm really liking these props right here. These are real good. I don't know the flight time yet. It was cold that day. I was limited in my flight times because I didn't know how to affect the battery. But I really like them. This is the next one going to the farm. This is I guarantee you this one's good for a mile. We're going to find out. This is a Bugs 3 I originally bought from Jeff Suits. I've hacked everything into that. GPS, on-screen display. It's got a 2.4 cloverleaf soldered to the board, all that. And it's got an Immersion RC 600 milliwatt video transmitter. I'm using a circular wireless antenna on it. It's going out to the farm next. But the reason I put this up there is because all the researching and testing I've done on this amp, I've used that quad, and I've been out 1,200 meters with it. With this. It's going to the farm next. I'm going to find out what it'll do. It has a Runcam Swift 2 in the headlight hole. Pop the hood. I had to add a piece of plexiglass, like a shelf inside, to put the on-screen overlay module. And I had to solder JST jumpers straight to the battery to run the VTX, or that's the best way to do that. And my GPS is fixed up inside the hood there with some anti-interference covering a little bit there. You see that? I'm going to do a video on it. I know a lot of people are curious about this one. They certainly will be after we see what kind of range it'll get. I guarantee it's good for a mile. We're going to find out. But I used a Runcam Swift 2 CCD camera in this, because obviously you're going to get latency from the overlay module and everything wired in, so I figured keep it easy, you know, best possible. So I used the CCD camera in there. I don't fly it at night. I was concerned about my FPV camera there, the one with the lens cover on it, the Runcam Eagle. I have that camera on there because I fly a lot at night, and the CMOS sensors work better for that. And I was concerned about latency there. I went out a mile and stuff, and no problem, so I'm leaving it in. And until I notice a problem, I'm going to leave it in. The CMOS cameras are better for night flying. When it goes into night vision mode, it's way better. The transmitter. Now to that. Well, I'll do that in a minute when I assemble it. I've pigtailed it, and I've got a 5 dBi antenna on it. That's good with this quad for 500 meters, just like that. And it don't interfere with this, so I can fly with this still like this in easier, smaller areas. But I'm going to assemble the amp, how it goes, and all that, and I'll be right back. Okay, there it is. Hooked the jumper in, looped it down into there. I'm using 3M dual lock to hold it on there, and the antenna there. And I use a stock Bugs 3 battery to power it. It's got the black plastic case and looks okay on your transmitter, and it powers it really well. So I found a use for the stock Bugs battery. There it is. Now, I guess we need to turn this on. I'll be right back again. Okay, it's up. I powered it on. Here it is. I love that Eagle. It gets that big picture. On this monitor, it works really good. See that? This video receiver, it's awesome. It's got auto scan, find your channels and all that. This is the setup that I went out over a mile with the other day. And that little 2,000 milliwatt range amp and ground station will make that possible. And that's what I did. That's the setup I use, and thanks for watching.